Hi, guys. Welcome to the Strangely Sane podcast. I am your host, Tawny Marilyn, and I am so happy to have you here. I hope as the days go by, we get better at opening our throat. We have such big feelings and we feel certain types of ways when people do things that we have in our head is harmful. But we never speak up about it. We just hold it to ourselves and react. And I've noticed so much that we've just normalized ghosting. And we don't necessarily see the harm that it caused. We don't necessarily see how it affects somebody else because we're not there to see the effects. We're not there to see how it can be mentally harmful to someone else. And I know you're probably thinking, well, that person hurt me. Why would I care? What if that person doesn't even know that they hurt you? A lot of y'all live your life thinking, oh, well, they know what they did to me. I shouldn't have to explain anything. But what you don't realize is we're all humans. We're all out here doing human things. And if you've sat down and you've had the conversation a few times, fine. You've said what you had to say. What else can you say? You are being inherently harmful. But some people, after the first time, it's like, or maybe it's not the first time, maybe it's the 1700th time, but you never said anything the other 1699 times. And so you're holding people to these standards and they have no idea what that standard is, and you find yourself getting hurt over and over and over and over and over again because you haven't given yourself the service or others the service of knowing, okay, this is how I can show up in this relationship better. This is how I can show up better for you. And if you want to keep people in your life, then I highly suggest you let them know what you need, because people don't automatically know what you need. And people don't automatically know that they're being harmful. Do you know every time that you're being harmful to someone? Do you know every single time that you've hurt someone? Do you know every single time where you've just said something out of the side of your neck, not really trying to be rude, just talking? And that could have hurt someone's feelings. And had they not said anything to you, they could still be holding that inside of them, just waiting for the last time they're going to deal with that. See, we have this idea that people are trying to harm us, when I don't think that people are typically trying to harm you. Matter of fact, most of the time, people view themselves as good people. People view themselves as, oh, I'm a good person. I don't cause any harm. And if they do cause harm, they find ways to justify it. So if you open your mouth, if you open your throat and just say, hey, you really hurt me when you don't call me. You really hurt me when you say things like that. You really hurt me when you don't celebrate with me. You really hurt me when you don't listen to me. You really hurt me when you do whatever. Sometimes people need to know how it is you're being hurt. And I will say everything comes with nuance. If you're being physically harmed and you feel like you can't say anything because that'll end up poorly too, then obviously protect yourself. And if you don't want someone in your life, because, sometimes people don't align, that's fine. If you, in your heart of hearts, don't want someone in your life, you can stand 10 toes on that. You can stay true to yourself when it comes to that. You don't have to keep them in your life to tell them, hey, you really hurt my feelings when you did that. I really don't want that type of person in my life. I think people are so scared to be manipulated. They're so scared that someone's going to manipulate them to stay in situations that they don't want to be in, that they bottle it up in their chest. And that causes heart attacks. And I don't know about you, but I would hate to have a heart attack based on somebody who I didn't even want in my life, anyways. That sounds crazy to me. And it's just not anything that me personally I want to deal with. So I encourage everybody to just speak your truth. The worst thing that can happen is they take it poorly. The best thing that can happen is you get it off your chest. Whew, you're out of the woods for a heart attack. We love to see it. Be honest, be open, be true with yourself, and own how you feel. I think when we take ownership for how we feel, we have this inner power, this inner knowing, like, yes, I don't like stuff like that. I can say I don't like stuff like that, and I can build my life so that it doesn't involve stuff like that. I just wish as a society we only held ghosting for people that truly deserve it. Your friend of 10 years doesn't deserve to be ghosted. Your long term relationship where they're not putting their hands on you, they're not abusing you, they don't deserve to be ghosted. And really, what it comes off as is cowardice. I think anybody that ghosts somebody long term that's not going to beat you up is cowardly. It's you not wanting to own your feelings. It's you not wanting to face the music. It's you not wanting to hurt somebody else's feelings. And it's cowardly. There is nothing strong about anybody that walks away without saying a word. It's avoidant. It could be people pleasing in a way, but mainly it's just avoidant. And you can't avoid things forever because the real truth is the way you do people is going to come back on you. And that's good, bad, evil, kind, whatever. Those tables always turn. And it may not be the same person you hurt, probably won't hurt you, but those actions have a way of showing up in different areas and different realms. Because if you think a person that you hurt isn't like, man, I can't wait until they feel how I felt. If you don't think that they're wishing that on you, you have another thing coming. They are. I don't care what anybody says. If you hurt somebody, 8 times out of 10, they want you to feel that same pain. And ghosting somebody, getting ghosted may not hurt your feelings. It may not make you feel any type of way. But there is something that makes you feel a type of way. So don't think that that hurt won't find you. I'm just so tired of ghosting. I'm so tired of us normalizing it. And I'm saying that as a person who used to ghost people. And I found when I ghosted people, they would come back and they would pop up like, what's going on? What did I do? And I would give people the service of telling them what they did, but there's some people who don't. They're just like, F you, bye, you should have acted better. But they won't tell you. Which is a choice. But if you are prone to ghosting people, leaving, not saying what's on your mind, keeping everything bottled up, I implore you to be real with yourself. Why is it that you don't want to let people know how you feel? What is going on there that the fear of using your voice is scarier than letting it out and owning how you feel? For me, I didn't like confrontation. I hated confrontation. I felt like if I told people how I feel, it I would be confronted. And I just was not looking forward to being confronted. I hate confrontation. I hate arguing. I hate all of that. And then I got ghosted. And it put in my head how harmful ghosting can be. And I gave myself excuses. I was like, well, these are people that I'm meeting off dating sites. I don't want to talk to them again. So I'm not going to talk to them again. And to me, it didn't matter because I don't know these people. But I met this one person, my little boo thing. And I tried to ghost her at first. I really did. And she wasn't having it. She was like, what's going on? And so I told her my issues because I had been triggered, right? And she respected it and I was able to move on with my life or whatever. But, tables turned and we circled around. And she said, Tawny, you really hurt my feelings when you did that. And to me, I'm thinking, girl, we met off of Hinge. Like, we only went on 2 dates. How did I hurt your feelings? And I realized how harmful my behavior could be to somebody. Where I'm not thinking, oh, I'm trying to hurt you. I'm just in my feelings too. But I was afraid to say what was on my mind because in my mind, I was just done. Like, there was no words that needed to be said because I was done. But there were words that needed to be said. There were feelings that could have been told. And I'm lucky because she did invite me back into her life and we are here and we are happy. But I could have robbed myself of this connection. Like, really, really robbed myself. And I think about it often. What would have happened if I just said, F it, I'm never speaking to her again, whatever. I would have robbed myself of this connection, and it is the most beautiful connection that I've had with another person ever. Putting your feelings out there only puts you in a place where you are able to solve problems together and build your relationship so that it is stronger. And if you don't want a stronger relationship, throw your hands up and quit, that's also fine. But be honest with yourself about it and be honest with the people around you about it. Because it's only going to help you. It's only going to help you walk in confidence because you know that you are surrounded with the right people. You know that your life is curated for you. You know that you have the best and strongest connections with people because y'all were able to solve the issues and put yourselves out there and be open and honest with one another. So I encourage you, speak up. Use your voice because your voice is so important and somebody out there really cares about how you feel and what you have to say. Just give them that opportunity. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you visit me again. I hope we can be friends and build a community. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all of the fun stuff, so that I know that I'm doing something right and I know that you're getting something from this podcast. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Tawny Marilyn, and thank you for joining us on the Strangely Sane podcast.